Hey everyone, so they're going to modify this thermostat app, and here is some of the changes that they're going to make. So the first thing you will notice is they've created 4 new variables at the top. And there is a temp F, which is going to be Fahrenheit temperature, and it's initially set to 70. There's a temperature C, which I'm assuming is going to be Celsius. This is a good thing. When you're creating variables, you want the variables to suggest the name of the thing that they represent. Math.round. Math is a functionality improvement to JavaScript. It's kind of like a module, something that is imported, but it adds functionality to JavaScript. And this functionality is all the math stuff. So what it's going to do, it's going to round this calculation where I take the temperature in Fahrenheit, subtract 32 and get that answer because it's wrapped in parentheses. And then I multiply by 5/9. That's the common conversion from Fahrenheit temperature to Celsius. And then there are going to be 2 displays. There's going to be a Fahrenheit display, which is temp F concatenated with space F. And there's going to be a display for Celsius, which is takes the temperature Celsius from line 3 and concatenates that with a space and a C. And there looks like there are 2 text in line 8 and 9. There are 2 kind of text displays. One will show Fahrenheit, one will show Celsius. And the down button still does the same thing it did before. It subtracts 1 from temp F, but when temp F is updated, temp C is also updated by that rounding feature, the math round, and that's the temp F minus 32, get that answer, times 5/9. And then we have the 2 displays being set. And there's going to be some clicking, and the up button does the same thing as it did before. So I don't think we can, I think it might be best just to see what it looks like when we run it. So I'm going to, first thing I'm going to do, let me go to full screen mode again. Let me put on the design, and let me make this a little bit larger. So I've got, there's my temperature, Fahrenheit. That's where I show the temperature in Fahrenheit. It takes a number 70, and it concatenates that with a space and an F. And then this is my temperature C. It takes the temperature in Celsius, the temp C, and concatenates that with a space and the capital letter C. There's the regular up button and the regular down button. None of that stuff has changed. Now, let's make, it says, let's make watchers for temp F, temp C, temp display F, temp display C. So I'm going to make a little bit more room down here at the bottom. And I'm going to go temp C, temp F first, and then temp C, and then temp display. Oh, not a capital T. And then temp display C. And we'll see what those do as we go through this. And let me zoom in a little bit. So we kind of went over what's going to happen here on that last page, so we don't need to probably go through this again. But let's go ahead and run our code. I need to zoom out so we can see the watcher. I wish the watcher was closer to the app. Let's click on Run. And then I will click on the up arrow, and that's going very, very slow. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So I click up. So you can see the temperatures are changing down there in the watcher. And so this is the variable 76, and it gets concatenated with a space and an F. That is what is happening kind of here. So anytime I click on the up button, here's my up button, it takes the temperature F and concatenates that with a space and an F. So that's where that space came from. If I was, for example, to delete that space, and I reset the code, there you go, and ran the code again, now there's no space between the F. There's no space there between the F. So that space just makes it more readable. So I'm going to add the space there. I'm going to reset it and run it again. So that is what's happening with the home thermostat app and all of these variables at the top. We declare, this is declaring variables. So we're creating and assigning variables. This is usually called declaring. We are declaring our variables. And this command here, this thing we're doing with the F's, same thing that we're doing up here, that is called concatenate. So that is called concatenate, where you put strings together. All right, good enough for that one. I think this will get you started. Oh, probably need to click finish.